Wrestle Addict Radio HQ, representing kings of the rings to the fullest. King Ricky made the hot tag to Willie T, and out of nowhere like Randy is the Queen Bee. K-Fay brother, 400 plus in the bag like money in the bank brother. See when they pod, it's the opposite of common. Look at the comments, crowned in a certified top 10. You heard? Kings of the Rings pod. Throw up a too sweet when you see the squad. Like a chop in a, I know you feel it. Kings of the Rings are the illest. Kings of the Rings are the illest. Kings of the Rings are the illest.
I love the conversations you guys have been having going on right now about locations where you guys are
where
from.
They live.
Yeah, right. I was like, West Virginia. We got Ohio and Minnesota. Yeah,
Country roads.
I'm so glad I don't live in any of those places.
No, I heard Minnesota's really nice. I know a lot of people that live in Minnesota.
Minnesota is probably gorgeous.
Shout out to Rachel Moon. I think they're from Minnesota.
Rachel Moon might be from Minnesota. So I haven't heard that name in a very long time. Hello, Rachel Moon, if you're still listening to us. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Kings of the Rings podcast, episode number 423. I am your host, King Ricky Rose. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. We are live right now on Twitch, on YouTube, on Facebook at KOTR _podcast and at Wrestlepalooza Radio, all one word. With us tonight, a special guest, a friend of the show, a man of the network, pretty much our historian, our current historian, and surprisingly,
Ricky, he's the science teacher. Fretz, it's September. What do you get? What do you got ready for the kids?
It's Rosh Hashanah. It's Rosh Hashanah. He is not working right now.
Did Canadians celebrate Rosh Hashanah? I know it's a Jewish New Year.
I'm a Christian for one thing, but I'll celebrate it. Whatever.
And surprisingly, not Rapture. Fretz, how are you?
I am great. Definitely not raptured because it's not found in the Bible, peeps. Let's put that to rest.
Shh, they don't know that, Fretz. They have been selling all of their stuff, and I'm trying to make a quick buck. Let them think that.
Okay, so if you go to Second Opinions chapter 5,
now you made him a real teacher. Well, good job.
See? Yes, it's in my lesson plan. We're dissecting Calvin.
Oh, Fretz got moved from chemistry to science to history to now religious scholaring.
Well, yeah, I'll
seminary.
I'll do a World of Legends class. I mean, I have my Bachelor of Theology. I'll pull something off from that.
Fair enough. Yeah, listen, I took a theology class in.
Fretz, next time you're a guest, can you wear like priest robes?
Those things are uncomfortable, by the way.
Would my robe I wear when I get out of the shower count?
No, it's not a priest robe.
It's a robe.
It's a robe. We've worn worse on the show.
We've worn robes on a show.
On a show, that is correct.
Yeah, so
we were robe warriors once.
Yeah, it was great. When we were guests on it streamed to Pornhub. So like, Ricky, we got to wear
Smacking It Raw.
Smacking It Raw. That was it. Right. Smacking It Raw. We did Smacking It Raw. Ricky and I wore robes.
Wrestling, yeah. Shout out to Smacking It Raw and Mike
Love
Ritter.
Those guys.
Matt Ritter. Sorry, not Mike Ritter. Matt Ritter. I'm freaking on the chat too. What is going on, Sherry Potter? Welcome.
Oh, that's my manager. Hi, Sherry.
Oh, hey, Sherry. Thanks for letting us have Fretz.
Her daughter does Paranormal XP. It's a YouTube channel I've plugged on here before.
Oh, yeah, you told me about that.
Yeah, I used to work with Paige for several years. They're wonderful, wonderful people, and nice. I think they might be cooking up a new video. Knowing Paige, she's probably working on it right about now.
Well, welcome to spooky season, ladies and gentlemen. It's going on, Tommy T. Lindell as well. I just wanted to make sure that we put up Tommy in here as well. So welcome, Tommy, to the show. Hopefully you guys stay. We have an interesting show tonight. Oh, yeah, Will's here too.
It's me.
Yeah, Willie T. Yeah, you know who he is. You know what he does. We got an interesting show this week. Not heavy on news, although the news that we are covering is pretty heavy. But let's recap what happened last week. And Fretz, the reason you're here is because you were in the crowd at AEW's All Out in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, not at the Scotiabank Arena, because I call it the Air Canada Center.
Thank you.
It should be called.
Yes.
God damn it.
Absolutely.
Yes, I'm probably low-key a Canadian at heart sometimes. So Fretz, you were there as I start to scroll the results on the bottom. What did you think of the show as a whole?
Overall, the show was very, very good. 6-hour show, including the pre-show, was a little long in the tooth, especially if it's a 3 hours and change.
It's WrestleMania 35 numbers right there.
That's exactly what I told you guys in the group chat too. It's like, I don't know how you guys feel. Forbidden Door was pretty long as well. When I went to the one in Toronto a couple of years ago, it was a very enjoyable show. Like, there was not really a match I didn't not like. I mean, I went and got a beer during the Hurt Syndicate versus what do they call Ricochet's group now? It has a name, the Demand.
The Demand is what they're called now.
The Demand.
I demanded to go get a Molson Canadian and a popcorn. So
I don't blame you.
and I didn't miss much. And it still looks good.
Hurt Syndicate.
Yeah. And overall, the Darby Allin attempted murder to man. Darby Allin and John.
Not surprising.
Again.
Right.
This time with fire. We'll get to that, and we'll get to that in a little bit if we're going match by match, basically. But Darby and John started in my section, and I watched the replay, and I could see, hey, there I am. I'm in the crowd, so I got something off my bucket list. I'm showing the crowd at a wrestling show.
Hell yeah!
There you go. Oh yeah, it was interesting as I look at the scorecard down here. Hangman won. I think the biggest surprise for me, Fretz, you got to tell me how this was. Timeless Tony Storm lost. Chris Statlander is the new AEW Women's World Champion. And when I read that result, I was like, what?
Yeah, I saw it on it's on a ticker down here. I was like, it has to be a typo.
It's not.
It's not. No, I saw the meme. I saw like a photo there. I was like, interesting.
There was also a debut and some great cameos, but we can build up to those. No, Statlander, I thought it was a mistake, but I'm telling everyone in my area, and I told like my buddy Ryan, like I've known him since day one of grade 9. So it's who's right again? Who's right again? Me. I called Statlander winning the title.
I gotta support a local Long Islander, so shout out to Statlander. So
and she did it with the seatbelt pin, and then Wheeler Yuta was out at the start of the match because he's been trying to recruit Statlander to the Death Riders, and as soon as he's out there, like. He got the "Oh Fuck Wheeler Yuta" song by us every time he did anything. Because, oh man, that Wheeler Yuta got the heat. I said this in the pre-show. I said this in the pre-show. The replay itself, it didn't do the crowd justice. It was loud all night, especially for Cope and Cage versus FTR.
Of course.
They're walking the corridors backstage in a pre-taped thing. They run into Maple Leafs legend Wendell Clark on my wall behind me there.
Very nice.
Bubbles from Trailer Park Boys, my long lost twin.
God, they went super Canadian with these cameos, didn't they?
Oh, and the Green Bastard from Parts Unknown. Like, if you guys need some backup, I'll come help you. So we hear some unfamiliar music during Cope and Cage, and we're all like, is the Green Bastard actually coming out? There was flames on the Tron, and I'm like, well, no, they would have made it green because of that. Friggin' Beth Phoenix comes out and spears Stoke.
There we go. Stokely, yeah.
And then Cope and Cage win, and they handcuff Cope to the ring and Spike Pile drive Beth.
Wow. All right. Listen, I love Beth. Beth Phoenix is going to be nothing but positive for that women's division.
And for that entire locker room, this absolutely, whether she's just there as a mentor, she's stepping foot in the ring. I mean, we're going to get a intergender tag with Cope, Cage, and Beth versus Stoke and FTR. Probably at, what's the next one? Wrestle Dream?
I think it's Wrestle Dream, yeah.
In St. Louis. The tables and tacks match was just nothing but carnage. And
I was going to ask about that. How was tables and tacks?
Wackiness. It looked like MJF had there was blood like right on the front of his tights, so like we thought like he scratched up his junk or something, but it was just from it was just from everything else. It was all from the blood from everything. I hope because if that man cut up his willy at the poor guy, absolutely. Ugh.
Couldn't happen to a better guy if you ask me.
I saw the refs boots with all the tacks underneath.
Yeah, and he was wearing like safety goggles and gloves and all that. And they were teasing. As soon as the match started, Briscoe he starts putting like tacks around So it makes it harder for MJF. He wouldn't be able to just roll in the ring.
Ha, nice.
So he was playing mind games with them. There was teasing. You're trying to build up the tease to body slam nope. And finally he gets it and he gets the pop. It was a fun car crash match. I know it's not for everybody. There's a YouTuber I watch who hates this kind of deathmatch wrestling, but it's fine.
It's literally tables and tacks. You know what to expect. Like, what does that matter?
There's too much blood. Well, turn it off. Yeah. We'll watch something else for 20 minutes.
Look what Mick Foley made a living out of in the early 90s.
Fretz, did they announce? Did they announce how many people were in the building?
No, but I think they were like when I checked AEW, it was like one of the ticket people accounts on Twitter.
WrestleTix or something, yeah.
I think there was either just south of or maybe just beyond 13,000.
It's a great number.
It's a good number.
It's a very good number.
Wrestling.
Yeah. And in the afternoon, great number.
Yeah, especially if it's in the afternoon. Great number.
Yeah. For wrestling, that's about the capacity of the Air Canada Center.
Okay.
For hockey, it's like
it's big. It's like 18, right?
18 or 19.
Yeah. That makes sense. That makes all the sense in the world. Before we move on from this, obviously it was a pretty good show. A lot of people were talking about it. I didn't hear much about the Okada match.
Phenomenal. I think that might be had it not been for the ladder match, it was probably my favorite match of the night. It looked like they were trying to do, it's like Okada and Takeshita were having their face off. We're like, this is what this match is about. My opinion, it should have been just them one-on-one, but I think they're building
I think they're saving that for something bigger, yeah.
They're saving that. I know Takeshita just won the G1, so and I don't know if he's like cashing in his win for Wrestle Kingdom or if he's doing it soon. I think if Mr. YLP was out in the ether right now hearing this, he'll reach out. But you can have that kind of match at a New Japan show, maybe. But Mascara Dorada, like he was trying to butt in every time they had a face off. We started to boo, but then Dorada shut us all up because he stole the show in that match. It was
wow. All right,
phenomenal match. Eddie Kingston made his return. If
he still hates Claudio, and it's amazing.
Claudio Eddie Kingston defeats Big Bill. Attaboy.
And counter program D's nuts sign when he came out, just chef's kiss.
Hilarious.
He's still wearing the Claudio eats. What's it?
Sucks eggs.
Claudio sucks eggs. Yeah.
It's an old. It's a callback to.
It's a Dusty thing, right?
It's a Dusty thing. Yeah. It's a Dusty sucks eggs, baby. You gotta get that sheet, if you will. He completely miffed on his back fist. God love him.
I saw the video. It was bad.
We were up there. We're like, he did one. Like that should have won it. Then Big Bill kicks out at 1 or 2, and then just miffs on it. It's on Botcham. It's going to be on Botchamania. Like Matthew's going to have a field day with it, and he already has heat with, kayfabe heat with Claudio. But yeah, that.
Oh, well. But overall, it sounds like you had a great time at All Out, Fretz.
I had a very great time. My high school buddy Ryan Williams. We met up. He came back here. He drove me back down to Sauble, and we caught up. We had a good time. We talked to some of our other high school friends, and Slack was there with Kevin and some of his crew. So I'll give a shout out to them. Yeah, we didn't hang out much afterwards. They went to like a slam wrestling show that started at 10 p.m.
Oh
no. I'm 30 or 40 years old. It's on the Murtaugh list. I'm too old for this shit.
No kidding. Yeah, God, I can't. Yeah. I couldn't do 10. Although, Ricky, we did 2 wrestling shows not too long ago in the same day. WrestleMania last year, we did 2 shows.
Yeah, but
NXT and then Mania.
All we had to do was walk to the stadium.
Yeah, that was nice. That was very convenient.
A little bit easier.
Ladder match was a total car crash.
I'm not. All right, before we move on from All Out.
There were some returns too, so.
Yeah, because we had Beth coming back, and I'm just salivating at the idea of Beth and Mercedes, which I think would just be crazy fun. Or even if they want to get really crazy, like have Beth on commentary with Bryan Danielson now, who apparently is permanently on commentary. That'd be really cool. All right, but the only other return that I know about, Jurassic Express is back?
So after the Young Bucks unsuccessfully attempted to win the AEW tag team title.
Damn it! I lost.
Sorry, Will.
I picked them too in my personal fantasy booking. But it was a fun car crash spot fest kind of match. So Jack Perry came out after them. He confronted. We went to the Young Bucks. We're like, oh, are we reuniting the Elite? He gives the guy the bird and then tackles him. You get the vignette with the Dinosaur on life support. He comes out, double choke slams. They reunite, and someone had their finger on the button because immediately after they hugged it out, Baltimore starts playing loud pop, loud singing. Everyone's doing the whoa. You wouldn't see me doing that, but I got swept up, and I'm like, you know what? I'm in. Jurassic Express versus the Young Bucks. That a man and his dinosaur, and Marco Stunt was tweeting out like, I'll get in on that. So maybe we might see the.
I need a job.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I'm in GCW right now. I mean, Killer Cross and the Righteous just came in. I'm gonna get phased out.
Yeah, you are. Yes, you are. All right. So wait, is Luchasaurus still wearing that dumbass mask?
Wear the mask. He is no longer Kill Switch. He had like the Kill Switch belt. He yeets it into the crowd, and he's on AEW.com. He's Luchasaurus again.
Whatever works. AEW.
I loved it.
A giant dinosaur. Sometimes wrestling it's wrestling.
The perfect amount of stupid.
Exactly what I was.
Sometimes it is the perfect amount of stupid. That's AEW All Out. Let's move on, folks, to the other show that was on later on that night. Wrestlepalooza was on.
The review.
Well,
I didn't see it.
It was on. I was lucky enough for myself to have a little bit of it, have a connect, so I could actually watch this with ESPN Unlimited. So I did watch it live. We got a new little opener for ESPN, which is really cool. The video packages were absolutely astounding.
Yeah, the really good video package.
The opening video package mixed in with the real life pyro, mixing sports and wrestling, and then Triple H being in the middle of the ring, being like, sports is entertainment, always has been, always will be. And I was like, you've got a great point.
Did you see Jonathan Coachman was like, guys, the fuck, I'm not even mentioning the video package.
Well, like, He's got a point. No, Coach is the reason.
Right. He's
Coach
so
is the
right.
reason the ESPN integration began 10 years ago.
Yeah.
When around WrestleMania 32.
He's like, we were covering WrestleMania on ESPN 10 years ago, and you've got guys in this video package who don't know a thing about wrestling. He's like, I feel disrespected. I'm like, you know what, Coach? I also feel disrespected for you. You're right.
So the first WrestleMania I went to was in Dallas, WrestleMania 32, at the time the largest WrestleMania gate ever. Actually, it still might be the largest technically in their storied history WrestleMania gate.
If you adjust for inflation, it's totally possible.
Yeah, I mean not gate. I mean attendance-wise. That's what I meant by gate. Yeah, but so it was an AT&T Stadium, aka Jerry World, and I remember being in my hotel room before me and my friend left to go. They had a Sports Center set on one of in AT&T Stadium, and they were going live every hour.
Yeah.
On Sports Center from it, like Ric Flair and Charlotte, because that was Charlotte's first Mania. Charlotte was on like an hour. They would bring someone else on. Like it was a big deal. And then after that, Jonathan Coach used to have that segment like every Tuesday where they'd bring on like Kevin Owens or somebody like for Sports Center. They'd do like a little on-show interview. But that was all Coach. So like I get Coach's beef about that.
Yeah, Coach has legitimate beef. It's like this isn't like this. Oh, ESPN's like, hey, wrestling exists. It's like no, they've kind of always been.
They've had the WWE section on ESPN's website for the longest time. Like there was a time where ESPN was going to buy WWE, like the network.
Yeah, they were
controlling it anyways.
They were going to do the Peacock deal, and there was rumors they could have done the Fox deal, but since there was no off season, they're like, we can't do that.
They couldn't. Yeah,
it would be too hard to work. Too hard to work with the rest of their programming, which is legitimate, right? That's totally fair.
Yeah, I mean, and to be honest with you, they were the ones that were like the streaming providers on the back end for the WWE network.
Yeah,
they were providing all of the infrastructure for that as well. But now it's kind of gone full circle. Wrestlepalooza's there. It's very interesting to watch that whole thing go together. They did a 2-hour pre-show. Michael Cole was talking trash about Kirk Herbstreit and his college football picks, which is kind of cool. To be completely honest, Pat McAfee came all the way from being in Miami that morning to Indianapolis to do 2/3 of the event. He left for like the last two because I think he was just wiped out.
Yeah, that was weird. It's like, why are you leaving?
I think he was just tired or beat up. They never give an explanation for it. The show in and of itself was what you thought it would be, even though ESPN gave it a C. But
yeah, me too. I also
what you're gonna say. What did you expect? I mean, listen, the Brock Lesnar Cena squash part 2. You kind of had to see it coming. I didn't think it would be that decisive. I know a lot of people are mad about it. I love Paul Heyman coming back for it. That's
that was great. I popped.
Get Paul
in. Paul coming back with the pop and doing Brock Lesnar's little introduction. You know, totally mocking Cena. Them having their thing. The camera work on after the match on all the children crying was amazing.
Excellent.
Especially with John Cena bringing out all of those kids, and just because of the color, they look like minions.
Yeah, just to watch them lose.
Just to watch them lose. Yeah, I was like, wow, that's rough.
Brock's still not giving a shit about kids, like from Heath Slater's kids to this.
I don't give a shit about your kids.
Paul Heyman went on the post show. He's like, listen, everybody's concerned about Brock Lesnar. He goes, Brock Lesnar's not here to put smiles on kids' faces.
Correct.
He's not here to put a smile on anyone's face, as that very visible sign on the crowd would say, you're not supposed to be here, and we know why.
He's not supposed to be here, and we know why. That was a great sign.
There were a lot of really good signs. Someone was like, Brock was like pissing on someone, or someone was pissing on Brock. There were a lot of
really.
There were a lot of wacky signs in that crowd. I'm surprised how did managed to get on TV.
How did they get let in? Like I was not allowed to. When I was at a Dynamite taping, I was not allowed a sign that said the word "sucks" on it, like blank, like this wrestler sucks. They're like, yeah, you can't do that. I'm like, what? Like, all right.
Times have changed, I guess. I mean, the Vision or Bronson and Breaker beat
that was surprising.
Kind of not really, but
it made sense for the story. It made sense for the story they're telling.
Jay bleeding was not part of it.
Yeah, I was like, where? Yeah, he hit him with the chair. I was like, where are you?
He bared up and went boom.
Yeah, when he went to square up to hit, I think Breaker in the back, he
hit himself.
He hit him when it came back up. He hit himself because there's footage from people on like ringside of him being like really tended to after the match when like they were like showing commercials and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like he was like freaking out that he was bleeding so badly because like it came out and I was like, wait, is he bleeding?
Yeah, I was like, how are you bleeding? What happened?
I couldn't figure it out until I saw a replay of it. The match of the night, hands down, Io Sky and Stephanie McCare.
Yeah, great match.
Tore the house down.
Yeah, great match.
The perfect spinal tap or spiral tap to finish it, like
phenomenal.
You couldn't have landed it more perfectly.
Yeah, I will say for how good the crowd was. For how good the match was. The crowd was kind of on their hands. The crowd overall, I don't know if it was just the mics or in the arena.
It's possible.
The crowd just wasn't that into it. Really,
it could be the mics because a lot of people said the same thing about Toronto, and I can vouch for that absolutely not being the fact.
Yeah,
it's like when Stephanie hit that finish, everyone was like, "Oh shit!" Because it was crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy.
They popped for the entrances, they popped for the big spots, but they weren't like chanting or consistently cheering throughout the match.
Yeah,
I just noticed that throughout the night, it wasn't as lively as a crowd as you'd think it would be.
Yeah, it was a very New Japan style match too, as well, which I thought was really cool to see. They had essentially New Japan and Stardom's version of like a code of honor at the end, like bowing, which I thought was also really cool to see as well. Stephanie's the rocket ship; she's going on to crown jewel to face somebody from SmackDown. We don't know who it is yet.
Yeah, the triple threat was it Tiffany,
Jade, and Nia.
Yeah, that should be fun.
That should be fun on SmackDown. Obviously, a lot of people came to see AJ Lee, CM Punk, Seth, and Becky. AJ Lee still looks really good.
Yeah,
fun match.
Fun
match. A lot of fun storytelling.
Toy Story.
They did look like Zurg from Toy Story. That was also really funny.
Thought that too. I was like, yep, you're Zurg from Toy Story. She didn't hit a stomp very well, but that's okay. That's
okay. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I think she looked very comfortable in the ring. Mm-hmm. Like once she kind of got going, I think they did the we're not tagging AJ Lee in thing for a little bit like a few minutes too long.
A little bit. Becky needs to learn how to take a tarantula better, but she'll get there.
Yeah, I mean that's what I know. That's not a move you see anymore.
Yeah, you can. Seth's like, oh, I know how to do this.
But I was like, Seth, just stand up. You can lift her. She's small. You're almost 7 feet tall.
Yeah, no, it was a good match. Listen, Punk's custom gear, AJ's husband.
Yeah, great. Yeah, it was great.
Amazing. The match. It was just a fun match, and then and then Drew lost clean.
Yeah. Duh.
Yeah. Drew lost clean. Okay, cool. Move on from it. What's Drew gonna do?
I didn't even watch it. I watched it. So I was in Massachusetts for my mom's birthday this weekend, and I watched it Sunday morning before we left, and we got to the main event. I'm like, nah, let's go home. I got a 5.5 hour drive ahead of me. Let's get the fuck out of here. So that's what we did. I still haven't watched it. I have no need to watch it because I know what happens, and it's just Drew loses clean. LOL.
Cody won. Cody won clean. It's going to be Cody and Seth at Crown Jewel for the Crown Jewel Championship. So it is going to travel to Australia. The Crown Jewel Championship is
as it won as it should. And 2, that promo on Raw.
So good.
Because I was just like, oh, this match has they just laid it out. Cody's like, I don't know how to feel about you. And because of our history, it's like, oh, yeah, that's right. And Seth's like, I'm the top guy. Cody's like, we've wrestled 3 times. How many of you won? Boom. Walks out.
Walk away.
Yeah. And Paul Heyman's like, I'm not a goon.
Paul's having so much fun in this run right now. Oh, it was absolutely fantastic. So yeah, that's gonna happen. Crown Jewel's looking to be great. We obviously just found out Cena and Styles is officially going to happen.
Yeah, Triple H is like, all right, shut the fuck up here.
Yeah, what's going on, Sir Charles? And it's really funny that freaking after Triple H made the announcement, he John Cena posted the picture from the freaking movie where the guy's like, I'm the captain now.
Yeah. Actually, I want to just quickly mention Charles' other comment.
This one right here?
With the pricing, yes.
WrestleMania tickets went on sale today, and I looked, and I didn't. Lord.
Yeah, I saw the reactions. That was enough for me. Charles makes this a good point in general with just the ticket pricing. And AEW, Tony Khan's like, oh, I see a lane here. He's like, oh,
that's the lane they've always kind of taken. But like WWE also had like higher, but still in the competitive range.
Yeah.
Until they got bought out.
Yeah, but Tony Khan's like, okay, we're a family pricing, but Tony, your show isn't very family friendly.
Not at all. Not one bit.
The show is like, I'm not going to bring my 9-year-old to see a tables and tax match.
No, not one bit.
So
probably kids younger than that.
It's like I get you trying to kind of like, get the one up on WWE, good for you, but like look in the mirror, bro. look at your product.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. So it's even going to be more interesting, especially product-wise, because I don't know if you heard, Will, and this is kind of a sideberg and kind of relevant. Outside of like Paramount trying to buy Warner Brothers, Netflix is also trying to buy Warner Brothers. Netflix is going to be. So there could be a moment in time that WWE and AEW share a same streaming service,
which means no, they don't. Well, I wonder if that would be a conflict because I bet Netflix, WWE Netflix probably is like we have exclusive rights to certain things. So I wonder if like them and now acquiring AEW would be a breach of contract or a conflict of interest or something.
WWE TKO would definitely have something to say about it.
Right, right. To be like, okay, you can't have this that goes against our contract somehow.
It's some sort of non-compete, whatever that they're gonna do. But yeah, we'll see what happens down the road with that. But Wrestlepalooza was what it was. It was an okay show. But now what we're all waiting for, especially for Will, what are the standings of our 15-match card over the weekend? between Wrestlepalooza and AEW All Out. And I'll tell you that right now, Will, you had a bad week.
I
still
know.
in first place, Slage and K, 124 points. Solidly in second place, finally, myself with 118. Will,
69%, nice.
Will, you're back in third with 116 points. So, listen, we've got a lot more. We got No Mercy, Bound for Glory is coming up. We've got a lot of stuff to cover. One of the things we're not going to cover is all the surprises at Wrestlepalooza, because there weren't any surprises at Wrestlepalooza, like Triple H promised. Oh, yeah, except for this one thing. Stephanie McMahon's going into the Hall of Fame, which actually was kind of surprising that they announced it so quickly.
Yeah, she was surprised too.
Yeah, it was definitely a Triple H like little rib that he was like, I'm going to get her for this one.
Yep.
So
like they fought like a few weeks ago, and Triple H is like, I got it. This will get me out of the doghouse, then back in the doghouse.
Of all people to announce it, The Undertaker. Do you know how Stephanie and The Undertaker
Where to, Stephanie?
Listen,
the man
I thought it was perfect.
Her.
I thought it was perfect, except for the fact when The Undertaker opened his mouth. He is like, Undertaker, Mark Calloway is a funky, weird old guy at this time in his life in wrestling.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, look at that tummy.
And he looks like Ali
Not
G.
even the tummy. It was the red glasses inside. I'm like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
And the house glasses, man. Just
his really awkward cadence with Stephanie was so like, I would have rather him say "Where to, Stephanie."
He's like, I've always wanted to do this. Are you ready?
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's rough. That's rough, Mark.
Stop this right now.
Yeah, because I'm watching the segment. I'm like, where the hell is this going? Because it came out of the blue.
Yeah.
But Stephanie got in. She's
just sitting there clapping. Keeps clapping while he slowly hurts his back getting off the motorcycle.
Yeah, right. While Stephanie's wearing like my salary on her freaking neck. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, my dad goes, she's married to Triple H, right? I go, yeah. He goes, no wedding ring. She wasn't wearing a wedding ring.
Appearances.
It doesn't matter at this point. Like, did you see the necklace? Like, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's perfectly fine.
I was like, she probably want to get stolen.
Exactly. I've seen the wedding ring that she's worn. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's probably huge.
It's huge. Stephanie McMahon is only the second McMahon in the Hall of Fame.
To Vince Senior.
Vince Senior.
Vince Senior.
Well, Vince J. It's not a direct Senior Junior because there's J and K.
Right.
So Vincent J. McMahon, her grandfather, which at this point, if we don't get a Shane McMahon comeback to challenge Stephanie for the Hall of Fame, TKO's doing something.
Lockbox, baby, bring it back.
Well, this makes me wonder.
Bring back the lockbox. We don't know what's in the lockbox.
This makes it's Vince's like
allegations.
Vince, it's the Epstein files. It's the Vince files. That's
how you get it released.
This makes me wonder.
On a ladder, let's go.
Is Shane going to be inducted as well?
Shane's not the McMahon getting indicted.
Or does Shane get his own? Because you got to think she's probably headlining, right?
There's no one that's going to out headline. No, Cena's not going to get the Hall of Fame this year.
Not yet. Or does Shane headline next year? Right? How do they do that? Because I mean, I think no one's going to dispute that Stephanie McMahon belongs in the Hall of Fame, but no one's also going to dispute that Shane goes in the Hall of Fame. Now, if you wanted to argue who should get in first, I'd probably argue Shane, but that's just based off of career accolades and impact on the business, yada yada yada. But Stephanie is Triple H's wife, so yeah, it makes sense that she goes in first.
Stephanie invented women's wrestling, so why not?
She was a former women's champion. I mean, she is probably one of the most entertaining female heels of all time. Like, people love to hate Stephanie.
Yeah,
she's up there.
Very, very
that Authority run was just like, you and Vicky Guerrero, the two women I hated the most in wrestling.
Remember when she fired Vicky and they did like the mud match thing?
Yeah.
And like, that was one of the most entertaining things I've ever seen Stephanie do because she was like so silly. And then she stopped.
Did he get to come up and?
Yeah, it was one of those things. What I think I was persevering. I was thinking about this, not persevering, but I was thinking about this over the weekend after the announcement of Stephanie going to the Hall of Fame. Which, by the way, it's a very early Hall of Fame induction announcement of all things. But Stephanie is all of the parts of her father that people only talked about and never really saw. is the way I like. You always hear these stories about how kind and caring and generous and helpful Vince was, but you never really saw it. You barely see it on documentaries at all and everything. Stephanie was all of those things, like, outwardly to most people.
Yeah,
like,
you hear the stories about Vince, you see the stories about Steph.
Exactly, and I think that's what makes her unique in the realm of the McMahons. So she was always like those best qualities you never saw from Vince, but only heard about. She was that outwardly. She's the reason that a lot of the things WWE, charity wise or philanthropic wise, was all spearheaded by Stephanie.
Yeah.
You know, she didn't invent women's wrestling, but she was a big advocate for it. You know, when the time was right. You know, but it's one of those things. Stephanie is one of those people who, if she ever wanted to, and she obviously did not, she could have been the one running the business. She just never did.
Yeah.
You know, she was trained from the ground up by her father. You know, she knows the business in and out. She's just one of those things where she just, after a while, chose not to, and I don't blame her.
No, neither do I.
I mean, she was in the WWF catalogs when she was a kid. Like, her and Shane were modeling the clothes when they were children.
Yeah.
Doing the commercials too.
Yeah, Vince made him work. Shane was a ref, or like
Shane was a ref.
He was a ref. I think he may have been one of the creatures of the night during like the new generation, but just for like a thing where, you know, it's like Kama melted down the Undertaker's urn, turned it into a big Mr. T chain, and then there was the creatures of the night all in pale face.
God, the 90s was such a weird time for WWE.
With the black wreaths. And I think one of them may have been Shane. I'm probably way off on that, but it looked like it.
Weirder things have happened, but be it as it may, I'm going to be looking. I'm going to be looking forward to Stephanie's speech whenever it comes around. I think it's going to be a very unique one, because she can go so many ways. So it's going to be interesting.
Let Jericho and Doctor, please. You filthy, disgusting, commentating trash bag Hall of Famer.
That would actually be really good. That would be really good. Depending if Jericho comes back, because Jericho might be on his way back. Because
I want Shane to do it.
Shane would be nice. I think Stephanie needs to do like a grand entrance where like she gets in a limo and all of a sudden it zooms into the front. He's like, "Where to, Stephanie?" And Undertaker drives her in.
And she goes, Hall of Fame.
Yeah. Or she does her whole Hall of Fame speech on the Taker cross.
Oh my God.
Just the entire thing. So I guess you're wondering how I got here.
Bischoff comes in his mix out with her.
God.
HL.
Oh my God, yes. What a time. But congratulations to Stephanie McMahon. We'll definitely talk about that and the Hall of Fame when it is a little bit more prevalent. But what is really prevalent today of all days is the PWI 500.
Oh my God.
Came out and Fretz has it. And for the second...
No, I have like 4 back issues.
Fretz has the X. Well, but the digital issue is out now. The actual issue will come out a couple of months down the road. But for the second year in a row, Cody Rhodes is going back-to-back as the number 1 ranked wrestler in the world. Fretz, can you give me the top 10? I don't know it off the top of my head. I know number 2 is John freaking Moxley, which I have.
let me get.
I have concerns about that.
With his briefcase belt.
I have it. Okay, so
give me the top 10, Fretzy.
Case in point here, the evaluation period and your criteria. In-ring achievements, influence, technical ability, competition, and activity. A minimum of 10 singles, non-tag matches in total from August 1st, 2024 to July 31st of this year is your evaluation period. I've been reading Pro Wrestling Illustrated since the mid 90s. Anyways, your top 10, I'm going to go in descending order from 10 to 1.
Go ahead.
Number 10, Will Ospreay. Number 9, Mystico.
I have not seen his matches. I hear great things, but continue.
A lot of great CMLL matches. Seth Rollins, number 8.
That's a fucking crime.
Little low for me, but yeah.
Number 7, Whose House? Swerve's House.
Appropriately ranked, I think.
Number 6, Jey Uso.
Okay.
Surprisingly high, but I like it. It makes sense.
Number 5, former New Japan World Champion Hiroki Goto.
I haven't seen Goto much, but like I said, I also hear good things.
Goto is very good. He just dropped the title to Zack Sabre Jr. recently at Mr. Royal. He knows when it was. I'll leave it to him. Number 4, Hangman Page.
He late in the criteria, he got a resurgence, so I get that.
Yeah. Number 3, Gunther.
Yep.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
Then, as aforementioned, number 2, Jon Moxley. Number 1, Cody Rhodes.
I don't understand Moxa too. Call me a hater if you want. I don't understand.
I'm with you there.
Seth's my number 1.
I would have switched
Looking
out
at
Moxley
the criteria,
and Seth, honestly.
Yeah.
I would have switched out Moxley and Seth. Like Moxley had a good championship run. He held it for a very, very long time, and that he like in-ring achievement, I guess, kind of works in his favor that way. But I think he did have a bunch of matches. Visibility. He did have some good competition. Technical ability, he's Mox. He's very technical and also sometimes very boring. He kind of lacks, Mox, in my opinion, lacks influence.
He was there. I mean,
he was there, but almost
very
like
visible.
He's visible, but he's like, even though he was the champion, a lot of it is because of his own doing or the story's doing. You're never seeing the title and it being a briefcase. He wasn't the biggest story in his own brand, and
he's forgettable.
Yeah,
he may not been the main. He may have not been the main event on a couple of occasions too.
Exactly. So I like him at 2. I think is a stretch for me. I'd give him top 10, but I just don't think 2.
I don't see why Cody's number 1. I mean, he didn't wrestle as much.
I think his only big loss was Cena at Mania.
Yes.
And then he won it back in a classic at SummerSlam.
But that was outside this criteria, though.
Just outside.
It was by a week.
He just missed it, yeah.
So by
visibility, prestige there, technical ability there, in-ring storytelling, not as good as Seth. I'm gonna be honest. Competition, varied opponents. Who did Seth go up against? Kevin Owens, AJ.
Well, Cody went up against AJ too.
Cena, that's what I'm saying. Kevin Owens, AJ, Cena. Who else? The Gunther match where he won the crown jewel.
Yeah. It's Cody's got a good resume. It's one of those things I had to look at I would have to do a break, like a detail of what happened between August and like July to be like, okay, what happened here?
You might even see that when the issue comes out too.
But we were saying Cody's been stale, was a stale champion before he dropped it.
I didn't say that. But he wasn't stale. It was like when he dropped to Cena, it was just that Cena was the hot hand, even though that was a botched storyline.
Yeah.
It was one of those things where it just wasn't in Cody's favor.
Like he had the heel turn. He was part of the heel turn.
At Chamber. That's a huge moment. That's a influence. That's a win right there.
The full list is. I have the full list here, by the way, too. Just
of what?
Of the entire 500.
Who's the first woman on the 500? Is it Tony?
It was really. I actually read it earlier today on Twitter.
This is all wrestlers, 500 all wrestlers.
It's overall, yeah.
Masha Slamovich at number 25.
She's the first one.
The first woman. There is
Masha Slamovich is in some interesting stuff lately, and I won't get into that on this show. It's not great.
There is a women's 250.
Yeah. That's correct. That's coming out soon.
Kristen Ashley, who is I think the significant other of Mr. Warren Hayes. She has a lot to do. I think she has a lot to do with PWI, if I'm not mistaken.
When did Becky come back?
Mania.
Mania.
Becky came back at Mania.
So yeah, I wouldn't put Becky too high on that list.
I don't know. It's not just her just saying it though.
Well, because that would be like March to July. Yeah. So she can't be that high. I mean, don't get me wrong. She's made a huge impact on that list, but she missed almost like pretty much half of the qualifying time frame.
Masha's the first one, so that's interesting. So it'll be interesting to see if they keep that when they get the women's 250, because 500's overall. Then you got the women's 250. Then there's a tag team one as well.
Yeah, like a top 50 tag teams.
I do know that our good friend of the show, PB Smooth, is now in the top 300. He's at 283 on the list, so congratulations to him.
Hey,
well,
there he is, Pretty Boy Smooth, 283.
Pretty Boy Smooth, baby.
I'll look see where my boy Beef is, but he'll be in there somewhere.
Yeah, so the PWI is coming out. There's the criteria. It's just so that we can argue actually very intelligently about this than we have in the past. I made sure to find.
I mean, just off of vibes, you mean?
Yeah, like we've done. Yeah, no, it's good that the PWI did list the criteria about a week before. We're like, oh, this is coming. This is what we looked at, so people can kind of temper their expectations. But overall, the top 10, I think everybody in the top 10 deserved to be in the top 10. Where they are in the top 10 is debatable, I think.
You want to know like the next couple, the next maybe 5 or 10?
Sure.
What, like the top 15?
It's 15. Well, 11, Okada.
Okay.
On vacation. Okay. Sure.
12, Joe Hendry.
Ooh, that's a big accomplishment for him.
13.
That influence is crazy, though. The Joe Hendry influence is nuts.
Who's 13? Zack Sabre Jr.
Oh, Will's favorite.
current New Japan champion. Number 14, NXT champion Obafemi, and number 15, Charles Montgomery Punk.
That makes sense.
Punk at 15.
Obafemi might break top 10 next year especially if they bring him to the big show.
Punk also had a really good year. I'd probably put Punk. I got to put Punk in the top 10.
Yeah, give me the next one. Let's go to 20.
He did the feud with Drew too. I know the feud with Drew ended by this time.
Yeah, who's 16?
Bandito.
Okay, Bandito's on the rise.
Number 17, Konosuke Takeshita.
He should be higher, but okay.
18, Damian Priest.
Okay.
Number 19, Trick Williams.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Good for
TNA. Trick and A, man. Yeah.
And number 20, Jacob Fatu.
That's a good spot for him.
What happened to him?
He's either injured or on vacation. I'm going with injured.
I'm going. I think he may just be on holiday.
Yeah, either or. All right, so that's the top 20. I like that. I like where it's at. Jacob Fatu's going to be fine. Everybody needs a break.
I hope so, man.
Yeah, give him a story. He'll find the right storyline. He'll be good to go.
Vince Russo thinks he's in the doghouse.
Yes.
What does he know?
Vince Russo.
FPM. I mean, if anyone knows a thing about dog houses, it's Vince Russo. He practically built. He pretty much built the doghouse.
In the doghouse.
Bro.
Oh man. God, it's so bad. It is so bad. All right, so moving on from the PWI, let's go into a little bit of No Mercy. So No Mercy is happening this weekend in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, Saturday, September 20th. There's the No Mercy video game. God, amazing. I might have that somewhere in my apartment.
This doesn't work anymore, by the way. I played it that much.
Keep it.
Just blowing it.
It's on my shelf right here.
That's actually the worst thing you're supposed to do to a console. Like,
isn't that so sad? Isn't that so sad?
That no one told us.
They didn't know. Technology didn't know.
Blowing it.
Yeah.
It was that in town, Ricky. No one knew.
You didn't know that?
Stop
it. What's wrong with you guys?
God, I can't wait to leave this place. Cannot wait. Like I said, the No Mercy card is not completely full. There's only 3 matches so far. It's based on a lot of moving parts that may or may not be going on between NXT and also between TNA. I watched NXT Homecoming. It was tons of fun.
So
it was really, you had Charlotte and Alexa come back. William Regal came back and screamed War Games for no reason. Will, there's a moment you have to find online. And I'm going to tell you what it is. It's Bobby Roode and Joe Hendry.
Oh my God.
Say less.
Oh, honey.
Yeah. Shayna Baszler makes an appearance, which was crazy to see.
Is she not? She's not even in the company anymore.
She's somehow she produces.
I think she.
Okay. Good for her.
Much like Tyler Breeze, who was also on the show.
Tyler Breeze versus Ethan Page for North American Championship was fun. Sami Zayn made an appearance. The NXT video package was phenomenal. Like the Homecoming video package was great. It's something that they should do every year. I think it was really cool to go back in Full Sail. The interesting thing that's kind of been weaving, Vic Joseph brought it up a lot last week on NXT is that the whole homecoming thing, and that a lot of TNA performers were tweeting how upset they were about not being invited to homecoming, and a whole bunch of this other stuff. So it seems to be like there's a brewing thing coming.
Yeah, it's a work.
It's a bit of a work. I so fucking hope so. On top of the fact that actually we'll talk about it in a second, but there's something brewing with TNA and NXT, and it seems like it's going to be a whole ton of fun, especially when you go into this card and what we know that's happening right now as we're recording during NXT's show tonight. For instance, Obafemi is putting his title on the line against Ricky Saints, the NXT Championship, in the No Mercy main event. That is, pending Obafemi retains. We are finally getting the match that we wanted for months now. Obafemi, Trick Williams, and baby. It's winner take all tonight.
Oh,
that's the finish, baby.
Yeah. So by the end of NXT, as we're recording tonight, at the end of the show tonight, one of them is going to be a double champion of NXT and TNA.
No comment, dude. I have no idea. I kind of want to watch that, and just to give a prediction of where I think this TNA thing is going. Where I think would be really cool is if at a future pay-per-view, if this actually brews, they do like a 5-on-5, not war games, but the Lethal Lockdown, TNA versus NXT. If they did it at Bound for Glory or something.
Yeah,
like or a
it's in Braintree too, Will.
Yeah, no kidding, right? Or in Lowell, Massachusetts, which is kind of nowhere near Braintree. Or if they did it on an NXT pay-per-view, like maybe towards the end of the year, like in November or December. I think that would be really cool. You bring a Lethal Lockdown to a WWE pay-per-view.
Yeah,
that'd be cool. This, I don't know why I'm getting Ricky Saints vibes.
It's a very Miami Vice looking thing.
Yeah.
I actually don't think Ricky Saints wins. I think he puts on a good show against Oba, pending again if Oba's the champion, going into Saturday. You
got Santana being like, you know what? No.
So it's interesting, especially because there was a leak apparently on TNA's website that they are starting to sell "I'm Team TNA" shirts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Things are brewing.
Something's happening. Something's going to be big. NXT, we got to start getting on the pulse of NXT a little bit more because I'm very excited for what might actually happen because they have a little bit more creative freedom than the main roster does currently at the moment. But for this, Ricky Saints and Oba were on the Grayson Waller show, by the way, which is also part of NXT Homecoming. So there was that as well. Like NXT Homecoming was just a wild variety show of just random stuff, which is great.
Finn Balor looked so happy.
Oh, he came back as Prince Finn, second run Finn.
Yeah.
Which was really
cool too. Everyone got their OG themes from No One Will Survive to we got Rebel Heart by the good version of Rebel Heart, not the one with the dude singing.
Hell yeah. Chopper turned on him. It was great.
The crowd.
One night only turn.
Yeah, right. No, it was great. But yeah, look, Ricky Saints going to hold his own. He's going to carry this brand, but it's just not now. Obafemi, I think, is going to win this.
I'm picking Ricky Saints. I'm only in the gutter, dude.
We're getting Oba versus Ricky before GTA 6. I'm going with Oba.
I said it, dude. We're getting I saw a meme the other day. It's like this is a college history class of GTA. Like we're getting
a college history. What?
Yeah.
University of Tennessee, Knoxville.
Where can I take that?
That might have been it. Like, yeah, we're getting a history lesson on GTA before GTA 6.
GTA 6.
I remember.
I'm a PC gamer. I have to wait even longer for GTA 6. So we know how it is, guys.
I'm old enough to remember when GTA was a top-down game, and it was like a hush hush around the school year. Like, hey, check this out, guys. Take it home. Don't show your mom and dad.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it. What a time to be alive. So yeah, NXT's brewing with that championship going to be online. The other championship is online, or the NXT Women's Championship is online. Lola Vice, who won her way to a title fight against JC Jane, the quote unquote most beatable women's champion in NXT history. Surprisingly, she still has the belt. But for me, they have been, especially if you've seen the video package, you see the Lola Vice video package, Will.
Well, yeah, I'm sure it's totally Miami Vice. I mean, this is just
but Lola Vice video package. She's in Miami on a beach.
That's all I need to hear. Say less. Damian Priest is filming.
Doing a good job. Damian Priest is also on NXT Homecoming as well, which is they
did he do
no,
he used to do.
He talked about the hot tub and he put over Tavion Heights.
He talked about when I won a North American Championship, I had the greatest celebration ever in a hot tub.
I mean, he did. Where's the lie? Tell me where it is.
It was our show cover.
It was great.
That week.
I'll never forget it.
That was a great one.
Yeah, but listen, they've been hyping Lola Vice up. They did a whole tour of her whole town in like Vice City. She's in Fort Lauderdale. I think they're going to take a chance on Lola Vice during this. I think she's going to be like the hometown pop. I think JC Jane's run is done.
Yeah, JC Jane contains.
Contains or retains?
Retains.
Fretz, what do you got here?
She contains the retention.
You know, I'm gonna just throw a little dart and say it's gonna be Lola Vice. I don't know who. The only other person I thought who could have been beating JC Jane is Jordan Grace, but she is preoccupied with Blake Monroe.
Blake Monroe, yep. The Speed Championship is also on the line, but we don't know who's going to be in that just yet. I'm assuming we're going to do Jordan Grace and Blake Monroe in some sort of capacity. But the final match that we know that is solidified for No Mercy on Sunday is going to be the NXT North American Championship. Tavion Heights, aka Mr. America, or what they're trying to make him, versus the Canadian Standard of Excellence, All Ego, Ethan Page. I know who Fretz is picking.
I'm not. I want to pick Ethan Page. No, I want to pick Ethan Page so bad. Pride of Stony Creek, Ontario.
You tell him.
It might be time for Tavion.
I really like that belt, though.
I know you do.
I'm going Ethan Page, but this kid just looks like Xavier Woods ate Xavier Woods.
Yeah, except he was in the Olympics.
I want that title.
American hero.
I want that Canadian title beside that Maple Leaf title behind me. I want it so bad.
They haven't started selling it either, which I'm surprised they haven't done that yet. There's something about Tavion Heights that's just not clicking for me. I don't know what it is.
Same.
And if he was more compelling of a character, I'd pick him, but Ethan Page just does wonders with this. And I also think the whole Canadian Standard of Excellence with him and Chelsea Green can go so far.
There's a lot of room left.
There's a lot of room. They're both, besides them being Canadian, they're just both good characters. Like, they know their characters. They know who they are. Chelsea with the Secret Herbis. I would love, actually, to have Chelsea Green extend her security detail to Ethan Page. I think that would be absolutely hysterical.
I mean, if Piper Niven's out of action, it'll give.
Slagent K is applying. We know that Slagent K is applying.
Oh, Slagent K, they would be phenomenal.
You know, I just I think you can get so much more with Ethan Page out of this. He's too dominant of a character right now than Tavion Heights. Just characterized Tavion Heights can't do it just yet.
He just reminds me. He reminds me of. Who was that guy that had the Olympian brother and they were in No Quarter Catch Crew and everyone hated his brother because he had allegations?
Oh, Gable Stevenson's brother?
Yeah. He reminds me of both of those guys in that regard and in just his general vibe. I don't care about Tavion. You haven't given me enough.
That's the thing. I don't care about him. They're trying to he's like Mr. America. And I was like, we've seen that gimmick so many times.
And it's not just my Canadian bias showing. It's just you haven't given me a reason to care about this guy other than the fact that he's USA.
And you're picking him to win.
No offense to Yanks up in here. No, I'm not invested in Tavion. Listen, take out the patriotism and maybe I will.
Listen, they tried this at Heatwave in Massachusetts, and it was Team Canada versus Team USA. And in Massachusetts, of all places, they cheered for the Canadians resoundingly and booed the Americans.
Place of revolution. How dare they? When a revolution was started, how dare they?
Yeah, there was tea on the harbor. They had to do something.
before the Harbor thing started, you had Christmas Addicts was the first guy shot in the Revolution. Anywho, it's another story for another time. I know my history for some reason. Thanks, Dad. Seriously, it's like one of the random facts my father will just blurt out. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it's news to me. I had no idea.
Christmas Addicts was the first guy shot in the American Revolution. He also happened to be a black guy.
Was that at Lexington and Concord, or is that somewhere else?
Lexington and Concord.
Okay.
Yeah. But that's your fun history fact for the day, because eventually they'll be erased and it won't be in the Smithsonian or whatever.
I wonder if it'll be in Ken Burns' documentary. He's doing. No, I'm serious. He has an American Revolution documentary coming out like soon, if it's not already out.
Really? There's a couple of books.
Baseball.
There's a couple of history books that I know that I want to buy from Amazon that are like talk about like other parts of American history that aren't talked about, but we're sideberging a little bit too much. I'm going Ethan Page. Well, you're going Ethan as well. You said
I'm going Ethan Page. Yeah, there's a book I'm reading on presidents in wartime, and it's fucking very interesting.
Yeah, so Fretz is going for the American, even though he doesn't want to.
Reluctantly.
It's okay.
Listen,
Fretz. We'll win you over.
I think
America number one.
They're trying to push this guy. They're trying to make fetch happen with this guy. So I think if they throw him a bone, see what happens. Ethan could always win it back. I mean, NXT could come to like Oshawa, Ontario, Canada, hometown of the late great Test, and do something there.
He could. Listen, Ethan Page is a great commodity right there in NXT.
And I think
he can do a lot.
He's on his way. He could be on his way up pretty soon too, as well.
I would. All right. So, sidebar real quick. If they do this TNA NXT invasion thing, Ethan Page is a great core person in that storyline
because he was one.
For either one, he can go both ways.
Yeah, he can go both ways.
So I like him as like. So there's a question like, does he need the title to be an integral part of that storyline? Maybe, maybe not. He could be very much like a Kurt Angle type character in the original Invasion storyline.
And defect.
He defects TNA, but is secretly still back with NXT.
Or be a mole like Test.
Yeah. So it's interesting. So yeah, either way, I don't think Ethan Page is going anywhere anytime soon, probably next year. But for right now, he stays, and I would like him to stay as the Canadian Standard of Excellence and the NXT North American Champion. So as of right now, that's all we have for NXT. Obviously, there are going to be more stuff that we're going to try to predict. I'll message you guys and be like, oh, here's the other matches, and we'll figure it out from there. But based on what we know right now, how do we think NXT No Mercy is going to be in our crown system? 1 being Exploding Barbed Wire Deathmatch, 10 being the end of WrestleMania 40 that Seth Rollins finally wore his watch for. Well, Terracek, who do you got?
I thought that was really funny. He said, I've never worn this. what like a backhanded compliment. Thanks for the gift. I've never fucking won it. I'm going to give this a solid 8. I think these 3 matches so far, especially with the intrigue of Obafemi, I love the Miami Vice theme. So high hopes for this one. NXT is definitely it's been on the rise for a while, but it's getting closer and closer to being, all right, Will, sit down and watch it. Just shut up and do it.
CW app is free. Fretz, what do you think?
I'm with Will. This can be an 8. NXT PLEs have generally been very enjoyable. Like, and this one, it has potential. I mean, we could see things like maybe Josh Briggs versus Inamura in some kind of gimmick match, and your speed match I have here is Sol Ruka versus Lainey Reed or Candice LeRae.
That is correct. Candice and Lainey are facing tonight on NXT. So yeah, I think I'm going to go an 8. I think the TNA thing is going to have a really big influence what's going on No Mercy. Next month, Halloween Havoc is coming back. So there's something else to look for there. Halloween Havoc
is great. Baby.
Yeah, it's no Shotzi anymore. So that's an 8.
They can bring her back.
I would bring back Shotzi for one night for Halloween Havoc.
Yeah. Worth the money.
Yeah, worth the expense to bring her back and let her do her thing for a while, pending she wants to come back. So there's a lot of, I think storyline wise, there's a lot more meat right now on the bones of NXT and TNA than there is in like WWE at the moment. It all depends on what's happening tonight, which I will probably watch tomorrow at some point. But yeah, I think I'm going to go a solid 8 as well. I have good expectations about this, and I like their uses of TNA.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the big thing for me. Their uses of TNA has been better. It looked like it was going to be really bad, and that WWE was just going to take all the stuff, and then it seemed to be now finding a good counterbalance.
They backtracked really quickly with having the women's title go back to Dana Brooke of all people.
Yeah.
So
by elegance.
Yeah, sure. So yeah, I do think TNA was getting a short end of the stick, but it looks like WWE is just like, okay, we kind of went a little too far. Let's backtrack a little bit, give these guys a little more of a rub, because don't forget, they still want to buy them.
And also, there is so many current TNA talent that were recently NXT talent.
Yeah.
There's stories there galore.
Yeah.
That you can just run and go nuts with. Like, think of the Iconics coming back, which they did not show up at Homecoming. But think of the Iconics coming back and doing like a tag team run in NXT. That's a huge story right there.
No reason not to.
Yeah, the Hardys. You know, you can do a whole bunch of stuff.
The Iconics versus the Hardys.
Exactly.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, right. or even the best one, Mustafa Ali, like Fretz just said. Can you imagine Mustafa coming back to NXT?
Yeah.
You know, or Cedric, who they just signed.
Eric Young.
Well, we can leave Eric.
He can stay there.
You know who's going to be the most interesting of the people to show up in this invasion angle?
Enzo.
No, not that. No, neither that. The hometown man.
Yeah.
Oh, Cody Deaner.
Yeah, Cody Deaner.
Hometown man. He's a hometown man.
Yes, the hometown man.
I should play a song for Jazz. Be like, so wedding, huh? Wedding, huh?
That's what you should walk out to.
Absolutely not.
What, you're not going to walk out to Roman Reigns and acknowledge?
No one would get it. No, I'm actually in the part of the wedding planning where I'm trying to pick the song. We're trying to pick the songs for certain things.
Yeah.
Still definitely doing our entrance, like bridal party into the reception. We're still doing Sami Zayn. Absolutely.
Oh, we're gonna ska our way into
there. We're gonna ska our way in.
I was like, give me a Batista entrance.
I got
pyro too.
I got the song with my mom.
Everything.
She has a song with her dad.
You think you know me? The will it has to be
Hey y'all.
Just the whole original intro.
I still got it. I still have the file somewhere.
I might have the 2-minute theme that Nate and I had at one point in time.
Yeah, we'll get Lillian Garcia to announce you out into like.
That was a birthday present from Nate for me. So. I responded by giving him Damian Sandow.
You're welcome. That was crazy time. Anyway, we can talk about a lot of that on the post show. But any final words, Fretz? Thank you for coming on and giving us the AEW All Out experience, because we didn't watch it. I'm not gonna lie.
I highly recommend tracking it down. It was a very fun show. If I could give you like highlight matches, Cope and Cage versus FTR was really good.
Mm-hmm.
Tables, if you're into it, the tables and tax match was just fun carnage.
I am actually.
And Pac came back in the coffin match.
Oh yeah, Pac came back.
Pac came back the very next day and,
totally
and he cut his hair.
Forgot about him.
And
that's weird.
After that match, Darby did attempted murder and attempted arson on Moxley by stuffing him in a body bag and lighting it on fire. So
I did see Cope's tribute to Cena, the 5-knuckle.
Oh, that was great.
That was cool.
Great.
That, as I said, understated. That got one of the biggest pops of the entire
because him and Cena were going back and forth on social with like the tributes and everything.
And then there was a Cena chant at an AEW show. Like, and of course the ladder match
probably led by Tony Khan. Let's go, Cena.
I didn't hear that, but no. Danielson's like, yeah, he's talking about one of his former rivals. I'm like, he's one of yours, buddy. Come on, he beat you for the title at SummerSlam. Yeah, the triple threat. Even Hanger versus Fletcher was a big coming out party for Fletcher.
I'm a big fan of Kyle Fletcher.
Same. Big proto star. I was like the only guy in the arena cheering him, basically. But there's a Brit right in front. Shout out to the British guy that was in front of us, getting every chant like wanker and the C word, everything. Like,
the fucking cunt.
You're a wanker. You're a cunt.
I love the respect that John Cena and Edge gave each other, and I also love the disrespect Miz gave Daniel Bryan.
Amazing.
Did you see that clip, Will?
No,
it was so.
It was during like Wrestlepalooza pre-show or something, and Miz was out there, and I forgot what they asked him, but Miz was like, he's like, you know, he pretty much like, I'm still out here wrestling. There was somebody who was on this, who used to be a part of his organization that said, you know, that he didn't like my style, but I'm still out here wrestling. That person's not with the company anymore, so we're not going to talk about him.
Ooh.
Yeah. I was like, wow, okay, so he was really angry at that moment, and he still held on to that grudge.
Yep, he's still angry. Angry. You wrestle safe. It's like, yeah, well, guess who's still wrestling?
Yeah, guess who's not in an announce table, although Miz was at the announce table last week. By the way, we didn't even mention that Corey Graves is taking bumps again.
Yeah, yep. I didn't see that, but Michael Cole said it. I'm like, oh, I see it in my mind.
He ate that.
No, it's better. It's better than expected. Let me tell you.
Well, they had to write him back to NXT, so Pat McAfee got his spot back.
Not even that. I think Corey just took some time off. I think Carmella's pregnant again. I forgot. But no, Corey sold like a champ. It was on SmackDown. Pat McAfee came back the day just for Wrestlepalooza.
Yeah.
So the Miz came in, but Corey sold like a champ. He took 2 F5s actually. It was really. I was like, wow. I guess.
Then the ref took one too. I think
the ref.
The
ref ate one. Ref almost let the ref broke.
Yeah, he died. There. Hashtag ref bump was pretty solid.
Yeah, it was really good. But anywho, Mr. Fretz, before we get out of here, unless you're sticking around for the post show, Fretz, is there anything you want to plug before we get out of here?
Yes, you can find me on Fretzlemania most Fridays on Wrestle Addict Radio, right here.
That's right.
The cure for the common wrestling podcast. I am currently in the Attitude Era. I just did SummerSlam 97 this week. If you want a bit of a preview of what I'm doing.
Fun show. 97 was a fun show.
I got 3 words for you. Die, Rocky, die.
Yes.
That promo. That promo. We're good. We're going towards ground zero in your house. I actually got both of these on for 2 pay-per-views coming up, so that's something to talk about a little later on. 97 is a trip. I love doing this.
It's a great year.
It's a great year. Undercard, a little bit to be desired, but at the forefront, you got the Hearts, you got Peak Prick, Shawn Michaels, Kane's coming. It's a good time. So that's what I've been doing on Fretzlemania on Fridays. I've actually gotten back into writing again. How this podcast was a blog. I just released a "What If Bray Wyatt Lived" blog.
I do need to read that.
Fretzlemania.wordpress.com. That's FRETZLE Mania. Same handle
TV. That's what would happen.
Same handle on all the social medias. When I use it, I'm really thinking of getting rid of Twitter, but I'm on Blue Sky, Threads, and Instagram as well.
At Fretzlemania, yeah. All right, folks. Yeah, no, but thank you for the plug, Fretz. This reminds me to subscribe to your WordPress. I know you subscribe to mine, so I definitely have to get on that after the show. But be it as it may, let's go to the post show. But before that, let's do some more plugs. Ladies and gentlemen, you have been listening to the Kings of the Rings podcast, episode number 423, so eloquently named The Rapture, because we're still here, because it doesn't actually exist. I'm your host, King Ricky Rose. You can find me at Ambassador Biggs across all social media outlets, BIGZ Ambassador Biggs. Find Kings of the Rings podcast at KOTR_podcast. Like, share, subscribe, leave us 5-star review. We got some merch coming up soon. The link to the description to all of that stuff. Links to everything is in the description below. It's also this QR code right next to me if you are watching me. If you are listening to us, make sure you're listening to Wrestle Addict Radio, the cure for the common wrestling podcast, featuring Mr. Fretz and the Fretzlemania podcast. Follow Wrestle Addict Radio socials at addict_wrestle on Twitter and at Wrestle Addict Radio, all one word, everywhere else. Again, the links to all of that are in the description below. Will Tarashak, any last words?
Fretz, I want to know where you are in ECW, man, because that's my wheelhouse, man. I'm almost halfway through 1998. Let me tell you guys, Wrestlepalooza 1998 for ECW wasn't good. It was not good. Wrestlepalooza 2025 was a lot better.
Was that the one that had Jenna Jameson in someone's corner?
No, that was the one before.
That was Hardcore Heaven, because they're talking about that on Raw this week, actually.
Yeah. Jenna Jameson is in 97. Yeah, she was there. That was pretty rad. That rocked.
Yeah, well, I haven't. Where are you getting ECW at, Will? Is it still on like Peacock?
Yes, it's on Peacock. It's on Peacock until the end of March. So I'm trying to speed through. Like I stopped watching. Time. I am on the Raw on Netflix when it is Rocky doing the Rocky Die promo. So that's how I know where I am. But ECW is still on Peacock to the end of March. So I'm just watching all ECW. I'm not saying fuck WCW. I don't even care anymore. So I'm just trying to finish ECW because that's the least likely thing to be on streaming again. So the time is running out. So my time is now.
Yeah, pretty much. And so when we come back next week, or if we do come back next week, I don't know. Maybe we'll take a break or something. I don't freaking know.
Are we predicting anything? That's how we know. That's how we gauge things around here.
We'll when the next Rapture is.
Yeah, right. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
We're rewriting the Mayan calendar.
Rewriting theology that John Nelson Darby bullied into North American Christianity in the 1820s.
Gotta love history, folks. Gotta love history. When we come back at some point, we'll do the fallout from NXT No Mercy. Hopefully there's a TNA invasion in NXT. Hopefully we get a little bit more to this build to Crown Jewel. And hopefully AEW doesn't have somebody that's trying to murder another person or set them on fire. But there are no promises in the world of professional wrestling. So until the next time you see us, folks, goodbye.
We're the Kings.
Good night. We'll see you soon.
Of the Rings.
Fretz, do you want to take us out? I know you want to say it.
Click, clack, fuck, slack.
Gotta love it. We'll see you next week. This has been a Wrestle Addict Radio branded podcast.